Hello, my name is Lord Noob. Welcome to Dieofdeath, a surprisingly well-made joke asymmetrical horror game, although I don't know if it could be considered a joke game anymore just because of its quality. It was inspired by other ASYM horror games at the time, such as Forsaken.
Jingle, jingle, pay attention, I said your favorite word.
The game was made by Saucify around March 7th, 2025. Other games he was known for before Dieofdeath was Outlaws of Robloxia, Dummy Wars, and Realm Museum, and plenty of other games according to the DOS wiki. So take it with a grain of salt if it's true or not. Dieofdeath was mainly made by Saucify alone at the time, I'm pretty sure, with tons of help with the assets and music from others, but now has grown to a somewhat big developer team, according to the credits of Dieofdeath. The team consists of extremely talented people such as Imperfect Nor, The Only White Sofa, The Epic Gamer, and Saucify himself, and pretty much everyone else in the development team to make this extremely fun and engaging game. Now you may be asking, how does someone die of death, you might ask? Well, as a Dieofdeath player without any friends or a life, let me give you a mediocre introduction to Dieofdeath, my little nooblings. When you join into Dieofdeath, you're spawned into a nice little lobby where you can roam around till a new match starts. While you wait, there's a few things you can do, just aside from spectating the killer. Firstly, you can go and roam around and talk to some of the NPCs scattered around the lobby for some quick dialogue. Secondly, there's a shop where you can purchase killers and skins for them. You can purchase killers and skins by getting points. There's currently 3 ways of getting points in Dieofdeath. Firstly, landing your abilities as killer and survival will grant you points, and malice, or well, evilness, if you're playing as civilian. Secondly, winning the match as either the killer or civilian will grant you points too. Lastly, getting kills as well, the killer will give you points too, obviously. And that's pretty much about it for what you can do in the lobby. Currently there is 7 maps in the game: Grandma's Backyard, the HQ, Glass Houses, Tundra's Trench, Baseplate, Temple, and Teapot Paradise. The last 3 with special map hazards. Firstly, Temple. The big boulder with the Draco blocks your face will make a noise to indicate that it's going to do something, and then it's gonna fall down, killing anything in its path, including the killer, and destroying parts of the map and creating dead ends for civilians for the rest of the match. Secondly, Baseplate. Somewhat early in the match, starts filling up a gap with water and a bridge rises up, allowing for other passage to the other side of the map. Although be careful about the water because it does do low but rapid damage that can quickly kill you. Lastly, Teapot Paradise. Again, somewhat early in the match, it starts raining to indicate that the upcoming map hazard. When it does, a large sleeping teapot wakes up and slams into the bridge with an X on it, blocking it for the rest of the match. It's honestly amazing that the dev team went out of their way and implemented these into the game when they didn't have to. Props on them, man. Props on them. Before I go barely in depth on survivor abilities and killers in the game, I wanted to talk about the game modes of Dieofdeath. Every 3rd round, a special game mode can happen, ranging from mildly interesting game modes to some of the coolest game modes I've seen in any ASYM game. First of all, Gunslinger mode. The main goal of this mode is to kill the killer. You're given a revolver and punch, which damage has been multiplied by 2. Honestly, it's pretty uninteresting out of all the game modes, but it's not bad by all means. Secondly, Evil Scary! Ah! This mode is pretty identical to the normal one. However, Evil Scary will spawn in the middle of the map, slowly teleport to the nearest player in short bursts. That includes the killers. After the 9th teleportation, he will teleport in short bursts after a quick sound effect to indicate that he's gonna do so. It's pretty much an insta-kill if he touches you, as it does 200 damage. Pretty much insta-killing the civilian and severely crippling the killer. Overall, I think this mode is fine, but I don't know, it just gets kind of annoying getting it for the 10th time, and you know, it's okay, but you know, it gets annoying after a while. The 3rd special game mode, Double Trouble, is pretty self-explanatory of what it is. 2 killers instead of 1. However, in order to make it a bit more fair, the devs made it where the damage of the killers is halved. So they have to use a lot of teamwork. So I think it's just really fun to play. Sometimes it's annoying because both killers are just going to tunnel after you sometimes, but that's fine. I think what makes this mode even better is the fact that they used the old LMS version 1, because it was replaced, and I don't know why, but they use it here, and it's just so good, and I think it fits perfectly with how intense Double Trouble can be, especially in Last Man Standing. Overall, a really good game mode. I love the LMS. It requires a lot of teamwork, and it's just great. The fourth special game mode is Die Nation. Personally, my favorite game mode. In this game mode, everyone is a killer and must kill each other until one remains. It's just so great, and I love playing it. The only bad part is that sometimes some killers are just way too strong. For example, Killdroid and Harkin are like by default the best killers for that game mode, but you know, it's a special game mode, so whatever. One day I hope they can add a background song to Die Nation because I think it deserves it. And I would love to hear what the team behind Dieofdeath would make, because they already have like multiple bangers like One Bounce and all that, so I think Die Nation just, you know, would benefit a lot from it. Aside from that, it's just one of the best game modes, I would say, in my personal opinion. Lastly, One Bounce, where everyone except one person is a killer. The survivor is given a massive stamina and HP boost in order to have a chance to fight off against all the killers. It's so chaotic and fun, and what makes it better is the theme. It just fits in so perfectly with all the chaos that's happening in that mode. And it's made by Imperfect Nor, which always is creating banger after banger. Overall, all the special game modes in Dieofdeath are just extremely well made, and I hope in the future they add more ones and slightly tune others. So instead of going in depth about survivor abilities, instead I'm gonna make a shitty tier list about them. Caretaker, very good. Punch, extremely good as well too. Revolver, extremely good. Block, kind of ass, but you know, it has its uses. Same as Block, but Taunt is just kind of worse in all ways. Banana, I love this ability, but it's kind of eh. Bonus Pad, extremely strong, and especially if there's multiple teammates, so pretty good. Hot Dog, it just sucks. Like, there's like real no use for it. Cloak has its uses, but like, if you're going against a smart killer, you're pretty much doomed, so. Dash is extremely strong, and I mean extremely strong if you're going against someone who knows how to use it properly. Same deal as Dash. If someone knows how to use Adrenaline properly, it's pretty much over for the killer. But if the killer knows good stamina management, the guy is pretty much doomed. I forgot to mention, but each ability gives the survivor an accessory to identify them. Moving on, there is currently 5 killers in Dieofdeath. I'm going to quickly skim over them as I'm planning on making dedicated videos on them, plus this video is already really long. Firstly, Pursuer. He's the first killer you get for joining the game. He's similar to Jason, and both must be played by brutes. He has also abilities to ambush civilians, and overall, Pursuer is a very strong killer. Then we have Artful, which is kind of a trapper / area denialist character. He heavily relies on his abilities and the map to be successful. I think he's pretty much the slowest killer in the game, aside from Badware, unless Badware is using his computers. Overall, Artful is a great killer, but however, he requires tons and tons of skill to play properly. Then we have Killdroid, which is a purely ranged killer. His playstyle is ranged to area denialist. He's quite unique, however, he requires lots of skill and precision to play at his max level. Then we have Badware. He's one of the slowest killers in the game without his computer. He's a snowballing character of sorts. He gets stronger with all the computers around the map, and if he's near one, he gets a massive boost on his mobility. In my personal opinion, he's such like a miserable killer to go against and probably play as. Lastly, we have Harkin, probably the strongest killer in the game as of currently, although they're kind of brain dead. According to the wiki, she's a glass cannon killer. She has very low HP, and in return, she has very strong abilities. However, to use these strong abilities to their full potential, you must activate her rage, which is one of her passives. She's overall extremely strong. I would say maybe too strong, but she does have her weaknesses, such as, well, without her rage, she's pretty much like the weakest killer. Anyways, that's pretty much a mediocre introduction to Dieofdeath. I'll be making tons of videos about this game. As of current, this is one of my favorite ASYM games in all of Roblox right now. Just generally because it just feels way better to play. The community's nicer. Plus, it's not filled with constant drama. And not full of like little tryhard sweats with no lives and toxic kids. Cough, cough, Forsaken. Anyways, remember to comment L, subscribe, or I'll send you to the depths of the Forsaken community. Have a good one.